Welcome back, this is Arcurus, and welcome back to Let's Play Arma 3. Currently we are still in the prologue, actually. We haven't even hit the main campaign proper. Now, this whole prologue was added onto the game long after the whole campaign was released. The campaign was released in thirds as the game developed, and this one was added on way longer as a bit of like a better tutorial. Therefore, it weirdly has a fixed difficulty that you can't change anything about. So there are going to be certain things, because of the difficulty, that are going to be going on in the prologue that are going to be different from when I hit the other campaigns. And that's simply because there are elements that are on that I don't generally like playing with, especially when I usually turn off the crosshair. I also turn off the tags that ID friend and foe, like when you mouse over them, basically. So, let's go ahead and go through this mission briefing here. It is May 17th, 2035. Last week, an AAF patrol responded with lethal force to aggression from locals north of Kore, reportedly in self-defense. One casualty survived, but later succumbed to their wounds, bringing the official death toll to 6. Peacekeeping forces on the scene confirmed the reported timeline, but the justification for the patrol's force of use remains questionable. Following the incident, the government reached out to the FIA for a sit-down in Kavala as a gesture of goodwill. As such, security is ramped up, with peacekeeping forces watching over the proceedings. However, an AAF security convoy en route from the AAC airfield failed to pass an AAF checkpoint east of Kavala at its scheduled arrival time nearly 20 minutes ago, raising fears that the situation is likely to escalate. It has failed to respond to hails from AAF command. Alright, so that's basically the situation surrounding the events that are going on. And I will kind of touch on some of the larger surrounding events that are going on in the Armaverse while we're going through here, but most of it is drip-fed through this stuff here. So I'm not gonna spoil too much of what's going on. Suffice to say, the AAF is basically a bunch of dickbags. It's kind of like a horrible military regime, and the UN, as well as CSAT, which is basically the Eastern Bloc, have been doing joint peacekeeping operations here, but the local resistance, which is the FIA, the AAF has been cracking down on them very hard, and in pretty inhumane ways too. So it's kind of like an unwinnable slog. So Alpha 1 and Alpha 2, led by Staff Sergeant Adams, are to deploy to the convoy's last known location and, if possible, obtain a visual on the convoy itself before reporting back to Broadway. So, signal. Alpha 1-2 is our call sign. Alpha 1-1 is Staff Sergeant Adams. Broadway is command, so that's our command, Colonel McKinnon. Phalanx is the AAF command. So we can see our starting inventory here. I'm just going to leave the chem lights behind. The weapons pool is something that was kind of left over in the code from Arma 2, but they never really did anything with it. In Arma 2, in previous Arma games, it was really here's how you equip yourself before this mission, if they want to give you that. But basically, the way they structured this whole campaign, we're not going to really use it, but I find lighting sources, flashlights, chem lights, I find them to be anemic to an extreme degree, so I don't use them. So I get them out of my inventory as quickly as possible to save weight. So this is the total weight we can have. this is how much weight we're carrying, and weight is separate of carrying capacity because each different item, you know, uniform, vest, backpack, they have different carry capacities, and you might be able to fill them up without filling up your weight, or you might fill up on so much weight but have a whole bunch of space left. So generally, I try to drop things that I know are going to be useless. I like to move things around. I like first aid kits and stuff to be on my person here, and I like all of my magazines and grenades to be here. Alright, so let's go ahead and start.
Having trouble there, Staff Sergeant?
No, sir.
Come on.
Any word from the MOD sit-down, sir?
Negative. Nothing from the AAF or the guerrillas. In fact, the whole thing's gone dark.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
Figure that missing greenback convoy has something to do with it?
Why do you think you boys are here? There's your ride. You two get going. Find us that convoy, Staff Sergeant.
Copy.
Good. I'll try to unlock things here.
McKinnon didn't seem too happy.
Well, who can blame him? He's the one that's always had to do the cleaning up around here. The AAF and the FIA consenting to a sit-down within the country's Ministry of Defense. Well, I don't know who thought that was a good idea. There's the AAF's checkpoint. It's coming up on 20 minutes since their convoy was supposed to pass through here. All right, we're coming up on the convoy's last known position. Start scanning that terrain, people. There, on the road. Broadway, Alpha 1-1 actual. We have a visual on the convoy. Grid 073123. How copy? Over. 1-1 actual. Broadway. Copy. Dispatching reinforcements. Secure the area and await their arrival. Copy, Broadway. And Staff Sergeant, in all likelihood, you're gonna have FIA guerrillas waiting for you down there. Stick to the ROE. Do not fire unless fired upon. However, that does not mean you're to roll over and take it. Confirm. Over. Got it, sir. Good. Broadway out. Martinez! McKinley! Take the hill on the right. Provide overwatch. Sergeant, on me!
Alright. So something that I've always appreciated is Bohemia Interactive's attention to things like ROE, as well as, you know, the general laws of war.
Let's wait for the others.
They have a whole DLC dedicated to international laws of war. But it's just something that Arma as a series has paid more attention to than things like Call of Duty or Battlefield.
But, to be honest, there's a lot of trees. Over.
Understood. Maintain overwatch. We're moving up. Let's go, Conway.
A common problem that, however, we are going to face as we play through these missions is that we have stamina, but these missions were made before stamina was really a big mechanic At least before we had the stamina bar and everything.
Dead ahead, Sergeant.
Hold fire! We're friendlies!
Please tell me you two have this.
Copy. We're on them.
Drop them! 4, 2, engage that man! Front!
Machine gunner, 200 meters, front!
Everyone, on me! Martinez! Engage that machine gunner! Front! Four, engage that machine gunner! South! Move up! Stick to cover! Watch the trees!
Oh, the anemic base game smoke, too.
Southwest, at the tree line! Martinez! McKendrick, engage that machine gunner! Southwest!
Man, 200 meters, front!
Engaging target!
Machine gunner, 200 meters, front!
Man, 200 meters front! Medic, 200 meters front! 4, fire at that soldier! Southwest! He's down! 4, 3, engage that man! Front!
Engaging!
Don't know what the last one
Target
is.
down! Clear!
Clear!
All clear! Move up! Broadway, 1-1. Be advised, we've made contact with FIA forces at the convoy's location. All contacts neutralized. Over.
Copy 1-1. Lock it down. Broadway out.
Area clear.
You can probably tell I played this mission a couple of times. This is, the prologue is generally some of the toughest missions because it does force it does force the regular difficulty, and I think the AI is a bit overtuned for it. There is some scripting going on in this one to ensure that it's not
We've got
too
movement
difficult.
over here.
But, hence I've run this one quite a bit, so I kind of knew where to expect the enemies.
Son, can you hear me? He's non-responsive. Sergeant, help him out. Take my kit if you need it.
Broadway, do you read?
Yeah, I'll take
Over.
that.
Confirmed 1-1. Send traffic. Over.
We've got wounded at the convoy. One greenback, unresponsive, possibly in shock. It doesn't look good. But 1-2 actual's taken care of. Over.
Copy. Relaying to Phalanx. Medical is inbound with reinforcements. Try to keep them stable until they arrive. Over.
We'll try, Broadway. 1-1 out.
He's holding, but not for long. We need medical here now.
All right, hold this perimeter. I'm not in the mood for any more surprises.
Alright, so that was the mission complete. And it'll give us like a little score and all that. But we'll go ahead and continue. Just under an hour ago, NATO troops were forced to engage members of the FIA in the vicinity of Cavaridia. It has become clear that they were responsible for the attack on the convoy. Now their motive is apparent. The situation at the MOD rapidly deteriorated, succeeded by the FIA conducting an all-out assault on Kavala. Details are still coming in, but we are certain that the FIA's actions are a direct consequence of these events. It appears to have convinced the FIA that the sit-down at the MOD has not been conducted in good faith. The investigation is still ongoing. So, once the reinforcements arrive, return to Kavala and report in with Broadway. Okay, well that's the same. Gave us the stupid chem lights back. No!
Uzbeks and guerrillas. The survivor didn't make it.
What's CSAT doing here?
Just marking their territory as per usual. We'll deal with them. Get yourselves back to Kabbalah. Shit's kicked off over there.
That checkpoint got hit pretty hard too. Holy crap.
Look! Broadway, Alpha 1-1 actual. What's the situation in Kavala? Over. Not good, 1-1. Details are still coming in, but intel suggests the sit-down went haywire. Phalanx is reporting that the FIA threw themselves at the cordon.
Copy. Interrogative. What do you need us for? Over.
I want you to take control of the situation at the MOD. We're getting conflicting reports left and right. I need someone on the ground. How copy?
Solid copy, sir. We'll keep you updated. 1-1 out. That must be our ride. Martinez, McKendrick, stay behind. Keep an eye on things. The sergeant and I will check out the MOD.
Copy. Stay safe.
All right, let's move.
Go ahead and turn on my head tracking.
What a mess.
Go see what's going on. I'll be there in a sec.
warning you. You pick this fight, and you'll lose.
Is there a problem here, Sergeant?
What's the problem? Your men are abusing these prisoners.
What my men do is my concern, and mine alone, Sergeant.
The hell it is, Corporal. Arrest them.
Don't you take another step. You're out of line, American.
Broadway, Alpha 1-2 actual. Message over.
1-2, Broadway, receiving. Send it, over.
I've got greenbacks abusing FIA prisoners at the MOD, sir. Please advise, over.
Copy, wait one.
Those guys in the background there, with the more tannish brown
1-2,
suits,
stand down. How
those
copy?
are
What?
those are
Sir,
CSAT.
if I may,
Negative, 1-2. You are to stand down. That's an order. Confirm, over.
solid copy, sir. Out.
It was a pleasure doing business with you, Sergeant.
Just so you fucking know.
About the shit. Hearts and minds, Sergeant. Hearts and minds.
What the fuck was that?
Just the chain of command at its finest.
Who was that asshole?
Call sign Phalanx, Colonel Akinteros. You just bashed horns with the AAF's top brass.
That's their top brass? Now I know why they're so fucked up. Can't believe McKinnon shut us down like that.
Yeah, well, orders are orders. Come on, let's get out of here.
The following months would see a rapid deterioration in AAF-NATO relations. By Christmas of 2034, NATO's peacekeeping mandate would be limited to Stratis, a small island south of the Altis mainland. With conflict brewing in the Pacific, the world and NATO itself slowly started to forget about the tiny island republic. Alright, so that was the small set of missions. That is the prologue. And it does really serve as a little bit of background, a little bit of foreshadowing what's going to go on in the regular campaign, the East Wind. Anyways, thank you for watching. This is Sarkuris, signing off.